Surya Kumar's puzzling decision making at crucial times, a pitch to cherish in the ultra modern times of T20 cricket, and when a 35-year-old and a 36-year-old came to the party for Royal Challengers Bangalore to knock Mumbai Indians out of the tournament. All this and a lot more in today's episode of the 23rd Yard Club Cricket Podcast. I was going to begin this video with that beautiful line from Harsha Bhogle when Krunal Pandya had just come out to bat. He had quipped, "When the storm is brewing, he's your umbrella man," referring to Krunal Pandya. Instead, Surya Kumar Yadav gave me an even better line when he was asked about bowling Raj Angad Bawa the final over at the post-match chat. He said Bawa had been practicing his bowling really well, so we decided to bowl him the last over and he almost pulled it off for us. Now, Sky saying Bawa almost pulled it off for Mumbai Indians is the kind of optimism that I really want to have in my life. It's almost bordering on delusion and probably what makes for successful people. It's like saying the glass is 1% full rather than 99% empty. Bawa did not almost pull it off. It was Bangalore who actually pulled it off despite needing 15 of 6 on a sluggish Raipur pitch. Bawa had played a total of 6 IPL matches spread across 3 seasons before this and never bowled a ball. So no, I'm not expecting him to deliver the goods, irrespective of what the required rate is in the final over. So all those wides and the no ball that he bowled under that kind of pressure, what else were you expecting out of him? The question is more pointed at Surya Kumar and whether it was required to bowl Bawa that 20th over. The trouble for Mumbai Indians and their leadership has been a lack of flexibility in their decision making, a lack of thinking on the feet. And this happened against Lucknow Super Giants as well, a match that Mumbai Indians won, where Surya, despite having not finished their best bowlers' overs for the night, Corbin Bosch having bowled just 2 overs, Mumbai Indians had managed to win the match. He'd gotten away with that call. Today, it was a turn of Allah Ghazanfar, who bowled just 3 overs despite being one of the top bowlers for the season. And that might have come back to bite him. Now, even if you didn't want to bowl Ghazanfar the final over, and I'm not very sure why wouldn't you try that option out? He's an experienced bowler now, given the situation. The pitch has been bowling friendly, and he, as I said, has been one of your best bowlers. But then again, even if you didn't want to bowl him, how did it even come down to needing to bowl Bawa that final over? Now, Ghazanfar aside, you had 3 bowlers suited for that track: Chahar, Bumrah, and Bosch. But none of them were left with any over by the time you got to the 20th. And Ghazanfar himself, as I said, might not have been a bad option. He had bowled the 18th over. He had gone for 2 sixes. But those were to Krunal Pandya. And the first 6 should have actually been caught. We all saw what happened when Tilak Verma and Namandhir got into that kind of confusion. And then, of the final ball, Ghazanfar actually got Krunal out. Now, there are no guarantees in cricket. Like in life, there is nothing that is 100% sure in cricket. And he could have well gone for 3 sixes in the final over too. But he has been your best bowler all season. The pitch isn't quite a batting-friendly one. The ball is not coming onto the bat. And the bowler you are entrusting the job with is a virtual greenhorn. Strange move for sure for me. I also hope that this over does not scar Bawa too much. There was far too much happened in that over that could lead to sleepless nights for the bowler. It wasn't the case of a plan going up in the flames because the opposite batter was too powerful. Bawa conceded 4 wides, a no ball, a full pitched ball that was sliced for 6 by number 10 batsman, and a misfield of his own bowling of the last over that allowed the batters to come back for the second one, and he did not even get to the non-strikers end stumps to collect the ball, because of which the fielder had to throw it at the strikers end. Again, not his fault. That was too much pressure to take for a guy bowling for the first time in IPL, and someone needs to tell him that. And also tell him to follow what Hardik Pandya says. The sun will rise again tomorrow. As it turns out, the time I'm making this video, tomorrow has already come and the sun has risen. And so will the opportunities. This over will not and should not define someone like Bawa. In a lot of ways, this game was a slow burn, played on what was actually a neutral venue, to be honest. RCB's home ground is in Bangalore, Mumbai Indians play in Mumbai, and this game was being played in Raipur in Chhattisgarh. The pitch was constructed in a way that neither team could run away with either the bat or the ball. You needed to spend time on it to get the ball out of the ground, and once the ball got old, you needed the batters to go after you to take the wickets. Tilak Verma top scored for Mumbai with 57, but took 42 balls to get there in this day and age. Krunal Pandya played a once-in-a-lifetime innings, and even his 73, a match-winning 73, came at a strike rate of 158, a far cry from how batters go at the original home grounds of both these teams, Mumbai and Bangalore. Bhuvi picked up 3 wickets in his first 2 overs, but didn't get another one for another 11 balls as the batters tried to negotiate him off. And it was fairly simple to do that. Of the last ball of his fourth, Verma tried to ramp him over fine leg, missed and was bowled. Bumrah bowled probably what has been the best spell that we have seen him do this season. Conceded a mere 20 runs, but he also didn't get a wicket because the batters were happy to milk him around. They went after Corbin Bosch, who scapped 4 wickets. And Deepak Chahar, who had the tournament bowling figure of 1 for 30 at nearly 12 an over, back 2 for 33 this time in his 4 overs, which included the wicket of Virat Kohli for a duck because he got the ball to swing in the first few overs. If this is what it means to play at venues outside of the 10 teams' home ground, then I'm all cheering for this decision. And I get the sense that so are the bowlers who have been playing this season. And I think probably the fans as well. I support neither team, but I was alive in anticipation for most part of the game. It felt like a page-turning thriller, a whodunit that you never know what happens when the last page is turned. There was a stage in the game when Mumbai Indians were about 72% favourites according to Cricinfo's win predictor. There was another stage in the innings when RCB were at 63%, 2 outliers. At the rest of the stages, the probability remained between 60-40 to Mumbai to 60-40 to RCB. You would have been risking your money if you were a betting man following the trend. And the best thing to have done is to have kept away from punting your money. But then again, that's the best thing to do anyway. Keep away from gambling. Moving on, I'll have to go back to Harsha's comment on Krunal Pandya, whom he called the umbrella man for Royal Challengers Bangalore. And he has been like that for a while now. But yesterday, he took it to another level. Since his debut season in 2016, when Pandya had made 86 in that year, one of the matches in that year, he has never hit a half century again till last season. This knock of 73, which probably would have won him the Player of the Match award on most days had it not been for another superlative showing from Bhuvi, came in tough conditions. Tough pitch, tough weather, and a very tough chase. He cramped badly during the match and would later joke that the reason behind that is that he's not used to batting this long. He's never done it before. Pandya is 35 too. But by the looks of things, he's still peaking in IPL. Look at his bowling, how his bowling has evolved as well. And this innings with the bat, well, that's quite something. Like his teammate Bhuvneshwar, who, like I've said before, looks like he's all set to become the first player ever to win the Purple Cap 3 times in his career. He's done well too. And who knows? He's probably knocking on the doors of India's selection again. Bhuvneshwar is obviously a year older than Pandya. But not only has his pace improved with age, he clocks 135 regularly now, 135 plus in fact. He's done that with no perceptible change in the amount of swing that he's getting, especially with the new ball. And with time in the middle has also come the kind of experience that is irreplaceable. When the ball was moving around at the start, he did what he does best. But knowing it might not bother Rohit Sharma too much, Bhuvi trapped him with an early slower ball. Something that Bhuvi very rarely bowls in the power play. It's usually meant for the last few overs. At one stage, he was also on a hat-trick. He would come back in the 18th over to grab a 4th wicket, as I said earlier, of Tilak Verma. And he conceded just 6 runs of it. A champion performer. So let me know what do you think of where RCB won this against MI, or alternatively, if you are an MI fan and you think it was MI who lost this game, let me know where they lost this game. Let me know what happened in the match for you. Till next time, bye-bye.